You were what?
I was born ready.
You were born ready? Ready for the action?
I came out the womb ready.
Okay, Downey, you see how he's shooting from the booth. What's going on, man?
Not much. How you doing?
I don't know, man.
Happy holidays to you. I see
Merry
that Christmas tree in
I
your
thought you were gonna
background.
show up with the hat.
I couldn't find it.
I thought you were, man.
Too many boxes to look through.
I thought you was gonna come through with the what do they call that?
Santa hat?
Yeah, but is there like a name for it? It's just called the
Santa hat.
Oh, I thought you were gonna come
Who
through.
Who made it famous? Santa.
But that's what I'm saying. I don't know if they had like a name for it
like
because it has
Tom-
like a little pom pom on the top.
Yeah, it's like Tom Landry with his fedora. Santa
Okay.
made that hat famous.
That's what I'm saying. They should name that hat that Tom Landry wore just to Landry. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Just name it that.
Okay.
You feel me? So Santa, it should just be, yo, you rocking the Santa. I don't know. I'm just babbling.
Rocking the dunks.
That's it. What's going on with you, man? Real laid back today. You called this. You called the meeting.
I had some things we need to talk about.
I'm gonna let you know that I'm not happy today, and I think you know why.
That would be fantasy football.
Oh my goodness, I can't believe it, man. And it's also forcing me to rethink Jalen Hurts. I don't know if that makes any sense. Because I'm like, the thing is too, I knew it. I'm over here. You know what the problem is too? I'm listening to all these people
Yep.
say all these things about him, and I'm like, yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
He hasn't done this. And the minute I adopt their philosophies,
Yeah.
what happens to me? It's awful. It is
Don't listen to
awful.
A.J. Brown, all right?
That's what
I
I'm-
know he's in your ear chirping.
I can't take it. Like, I'm listening to all these analysts, and they're saying this, and they gave Pittsburgh work. They gave him that work.
For those who don't know, my boy decided to go with Herbert instead of Hurts during his fantasy. He lost by 10. He would have won by 5 if he had gone the other way. That's fantasy football. It's luck. It's 90% luck.
But here's the thing. It is luck, but it's also brainwashing.
But
I cannot listen to. Here's the thing. All you youngins out there. It's good to listen to people, but still let it formulate in your brain. Wash it around a little bit. Let it go and swirl around through the thought process. Go ahead, Pete.
But I don't think I don't think it was a bad decision by you. It was your team going up against a good defensive team.
Yeah, but here's the other part. This is the thing, and it happened to me a couple years ago. I've been rocking with him all the way. Do you understand what I'm
Yep.
saying? This is a testament to that. Rock with who you rock with. Sink or swim, do or die. That's what's burning me. I was rocking with him the whole year. The only time I didn't is when he had a bye. And then, you know what I'm saying? I had to do what I had to do.
Yeah.
That was a bye. It is what it is.
That's fantasy.
It is, man. It is fantasy, but it's also just stick with, I don't know. But anyway.
But you know, if you stuck with him, he would have had a bad game, and you would have been like, I should have made the move. That's fantasy.
But this is what I'm saying. That's not what happened. Like, we deal with facts around here.
Right.
That's not what happened. So, I don't know. But anyway, what's going on with you, man?
Not much. Getting
What's
ready-
up? How they
getting ready
treating
for
you?
the
How they
holidays.
treating you? How they treating you at the drive-thru? I heard you had a little. What do you hate? 'Cause we're gonna go with what P hates. Go ahead. Let's rock with this real quick.
These people don't know how to give change back.
Yes.
Like, seriously.
What's the problem?
All
What
right.
should they do?
How
I
much
got
is-
my hand like this. What should they do?
Put your change in your hand first,
Boom. So you don't lose it.
and then hand you the dollars so you can grab them with your fingers.
I agree.
This kid literally went like this.
Yes.
He had my dollars and the change on top of it. How am I supposed to
what's
take
gonna
that out of
happen?
your hand?
What happens all the time?
I'm trying to slide it out. I don't want to touch this kid's hand. I don't know where it's been.
I agree with you. I'm rocking with you on that. And I feel like That's if they had a handbook, that's like cashier 101. How you like?
Yo, I mean, that was when I was a kid. I was a cashier. I
Yeah,
used to work
give
in
the
the market.
loose, give the stuff that you
change.
can
You can
lose.
hold,
Boom.
You can hold it in your hands, and you can grab the dollars with your fingers.
Or if that's the case, I used to do like a little folding thing with the money. If I'm gonna put the change in, and
Yeah.
if I hand you, like I was conscious of that, handing people change.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, you're always gonna lose it.
But the kid made it way more difficult than it had to be.
Oh wow.
And then on top of it, he's not even looking at me. He's looking at doing something inside while he's
Oh, you
got
know
his
what that
hand
is.
sticking
That's
out the
these
window.
kids nowadays. They're not paying attention.
But that was my rant for the drive-through this morning.
Yeah. Who's the guy? What episode are we on?
We on episode 64.
Who do I dare ask who the guy is?
See, that's the thing. You gave me crap. I was
I'm
like,
asking
listen,
you.
we're going to go with Tom Rafferty,
Oh my God! Another
lineman
cowboy.
for the Cowboys
If
from the
we
late
did
80s
numbers,
into
I
the 90s.
guarantee you, if we did numbers from all the players that we picked, the Cowboys keep popping up in there somehow.
And you like, it's got to be somebody else. You went on the internet. Who'd you find?
Tom Rafferty.
Exactly.
I'm sorry.
There's some of the numbers are just a dark void.
I know we're starting to get in that lane. I don't even know if we're gonna be able to continue doing numbers.
Well, once you get into the 70s,
You can do
probably have
linemen.
some 80s easy receivers.
80s might be easy.
88.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Things
can,
like that.
You can rock 80s.
In
I
the-
think
even-
70s and 80s are gonna be
Even
easy.
in the early 90s,
Yeah.
you're gonna have pass rushes and stuff. But
So, because we're gonna have to do something. We're gonna figure something out.
Telling you
'cause
right
the
now-
episodes are getting thin.
99 is gonna be Aaron Judge. I'm telling you right now.
Okay, I'll let you rock. You gonna go with Judge?
Go, come on. How many other 90? Well, yeah, we might go with Judge.
Where we at?
We are our spot. Of course we are. Home base, baby.
We at home base. We at headquarters. I think the chef's in the back whipping us something up.
Yes. I'm gonna be trying some food out
Yeah,
for you.
because I'm kind of hungry too. I want to try a couple things.
What you, Tyrese? I'm hungry.
That's it, baby. Feed me, Seymour. What are we talking about?
We're gonna talk about their specials.
You can do the specials, Bob.
What? Oh,
Go ahead.
in general.
In general, specials, whatever
All right,
you got.
so
You're
do
the guy.
specials. You know they get the wings, 75 cents. You got to buy 10
Boom.
minimum. You got the $7 pot stickers, pretzels, spinach dip, tater kegs, $8 nachos, $10 empanadas on game
time.
day.
Those are game day
Game
specials.
day.
Tonight they got trivia.
Yep.
The doors open at 3. Trivia starts at 7. Come through. If you think that you know something, come through. Test your knowledge. Trivia. They got trivia every week, every Tuesday.
When did they get that Marvel and Star Wars trivia? Those are the nights I gotta
Is
come
that when you're gonna show up and clean
clean
up?
I used to
You
do
probably
that
would
Fridays.
clean up on that.
I used
You
to
would
do that on
definitely clean
Fridays.
up
I
on
lap
that.
people on it.
Yeah, I'm like, he's got to be cheating. No. That guy was a savant when it comes to that stuff.
They still doing the brunch?
Yes, the brunch is off the chain. Everything's popping. You got to come through here.
Give it a shot. That's the one thing. People drive by, they see places, they never go. Go in,
Pull
give it a
in.
shot.
Pull in. 562 Newport Avenue. Just pull in. Newport Avenue is just pull in. It's a quick right. If you're coming from Pawtucket, a quick left. If you're coming from EP, just pull in the lot, pull in the spot. Tell them that the Comeback King sent you. Maybe they might hook you up. If you, they might.
You might get a free water.
Exactly. Let them know that we sent you. What else, baby?
All right, we're going to be talking. What are we going to be talking? NFL, obviously.
But let's start with the baseball because I know you got that on your chest.
All right.
So we're going to take a quick break, and we're going to come back, and P's going to drop the It's all P today. It's always all P. I'm just the side guy. You know what I'm saying?
You're my side piece? What?
Yeah. I'm catching, he's pitching. Pause.
Whoa,
No
whoa,
pun
whoa,
intended.
whoa.
No pun intended.
Don't put it like that. Don't.
Well, what term you want me to put it in?
Just not that.
All right. Episode 64. Tom Radford?
Tom Rafferty.
Rafferty.
Come on, man. Happy holidays.
Happy
We
holidays.
back, baby. We talked a little bit about this in episode 63. I got to get my mouth working. Soto. The deal is done.
You're happy.
I'm fine with it.
You're happy because what?
It was out of control. The Mets are out of control. You got 15 years, $765 million,
Disgusting.
51 per.
Disgusting.
Yeah.
Is he nice like that?
He's nice, not like that. Like I don't.
Not that nice.
He is a great on base guy. Doesn't strike out. Great on base percentage. But he's a 285 like career hitter. He hit 41 home runs last year. I think it was 41, something like that.
So what is the?
They're calling him a generational player, and I'm just like, people put up just as good at numbers as him. The Yankees tried to match. The Yankees went 16 years, 760
They
million.
tried to match that?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I think some of it is they don't want to look like they're not trying to match it.
So they're doing the Red Sox thing in essence.
Well,
We're
if
gonna
they got
we know they're not gonna bite. We're just gonna throw this out there to let.
No, they try. That's the difference between the Red Sox and them. They would have been fine if they signed him.
Yeah.
And they threw it. It was 16 years, $760 million for an average of 47.5.
If they signed him for that, how are you feeling as a Yankees fan?
I told you last week, I hate those contracts. He would have been 16 years. He would have been like 42. How many guys are looking at MLB? I know you don't pay attention to baseball,
Go ahead.
but how many guys are at that level at 35 years old?
None. Zero.
You know what I mean? Like guys are not putting up those numbers.
Um.
At 35, never mind to 40, 41.
So you're essentially paying these guys after they retire, probably.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
The thing that put it over the top, I was watching a podcast and they were talking about the Yankees guys, the incentives. He's got MVP incentives into his contract.
Okay.
So if he comes in first, second, third, he gets a $500,000, $250,000 just for being an MVP candidate. The one thing I think I heard was one of the things that tipped it was he got a suite at the Met Stadium. And
That
the Yankees
is boo-boo.
for his family because he's a family guy.
That doesn't matter.
The Yankees wouldn't go there because they said they don't do that.
It creates what's the word? Dissension? Is that the word?
Yeah, that's
Like you can't just be off over here while the rest of I don't know.
Like that.
And your family's over here while everybody else's family.
Well, that's the other thing about his family. He's gonna have security, home and away games for family.
For what? Are you wanted? Like, what are they doing? Are they acting like what? What do you need security for?
And then there's gonna be 4 on top of the suite, 4 VIP seats down on the field level.
Wow.
So
I'll give you the VIP because you can like give that to your mans or whatever.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's something that.
but if you got a suite, you don't need the VIPs.
I don't know. I don't like this kind of stuff, man. I don't know.
It's too. It was just over the top. Steinbrenner, they said was talking about back in the day, signing these incentives, these MVP incentives, things like that. And his quote was, "I'm paying you all that money to win those awards."
Yes. I don't
You don't
get that.
get the money on top of it.
You're roping that into it now? Wow.
Yeah, I thought that was great. That's a
As
typical
if the
Steinbrenner.
contract isn't enough.
Right. That's a typical Steinbrenner thing. I'm paying you all that money to win those goddamn awards.
Wow.
And you want incentives put into your contract?
I feel like every year we sit down, we have this discussion around this time about some egregious signing. So, and every year, when you think that it can't get worse,
Yep.
it gets worse.
He's not even a great fielder. Like, all right, put it in perspective. Judge had better hitting besides the on base. Judge strikes out a lot. Besides the on base percentage and getting on base, and Soto was clutch in the playoffs. I'll give him that. But Judge has all around better offensive numbers. He's a better defensive outfielder. And this guy makes double what Mookie and Judge makes.
Wow. That is crazy.
Yes.
I don't know, man. What you got, baby? What you got
some
over
food?
there?
No.
Nah, bring it over.
Bring it over.
Bring it over.
That's what we're
This is
doing.
what we were talking about, baby. My man. Yeah, what's this?
That's it.
Spinach artichoke dip.
Oh my goodness. Let me
This
see
is
what's
the
going
chicken
on
palm
here.
sandwich.
Yo, let me see what's your name again?
Craig.
My man Craig brought over the spin dip. Let me see what's going on here. Let me see. I gotta test it. It's hot.
He just brought it out. What do you
Yeah,
think?
it's delicious.
Check this out.
Good looking out, Craig.
That looks beautiful.
What's that, chicken
actually.
palm?
Chicken palm.
We're gonna have to share some of that off when
You
we go to
might
break.
not get it.
I need a soda now, dog. I need something to drink, baby. I know you got your soda. My man.
Thank you.
Got you guys.
Appreciate you, Craig. Appreciate you, baby.
All right, guys. If you need anything,
Appreciate
let
you.
me know.
Thank
All
you.
right.
Thank you. Wow.
That is good.
Our spot. As you can see, we ain't playing around.
No.
They're not playing around. But back
That's,
to,
that's really good though.
it is good. I can tell. I'm going in when we go to break.
Yeah.
So where were we? Baseball. Soto.
Well, so Judge and Betts are making like you combine their contracts and that's what.
But that's the other thing too. Now, how do you as judge go forward when you know this guy's not as good as you, but he got double the money you got?
Well, it's a years. It's Judge is an older player too. He's been around for a while.
But still, the argument is he's not as nice as Judge, and he will not be.
No, he probably won't hit the same power numbers
That's
that
my
Judge.
point. I don't get it. What is, I don't. Is it a popularity? Is it who's hot at that time?
They're calling this kid a generational talent. He won one rookie of the year. He was great when coming out of the bat, and they just assumed he was going to get better and better, and he is really, really good.
Yeah.
But there's been better players. There are players that are comparable to him that aren't making that kind of
All
money.
right, we're going in circles.
Yep.
Why, if you're the Mets, are you signing this guy?
Because the Mets and the Dodgers are out of control. The Yankees back in the day, the people are telling me, oh, see, it just happens what the Yankees did back in the day. It's all coming back around. And, no, the Yankees did outspend people back in the 90s. They didn't double what the team right behind them was spending. You know what I mean? Like the Mets a couple of years ago was $300 million for their payroll, where the other teams were like 140, 150, 160. And then what did the Mets have to do? They had to dump all those contracts because they weren't even going to make the playoffs. I think they were in last place with all these big names that they signed. So they ended up dumping people off, and now they're reloading again. Then you get the Dodgers with their $1 billion of deferred money that they're going to be paying people for forever.
Wow.
So it's like I understand the whole concept that the Yankees did this back in the day, but the Yankees had a lot of homegrown talent and they picked people, and then they had a lot of players that came over that were towards the end of their career that wanted to win World Series. So it was like the Gary Sheffields, David Justice, Cecil Field, a thing like that.
I feel like even as you're rattling off the names, they got the return on their investments. Are the Mets getting their return on these investments?
We'll see. Well, they're starting a whole new cycle now, so we'll see.
That's my point. If you ask me, it doesn't. I don't like when you look at, and I'm looking at it not even from just a business standpoint. The Yankees look like they're the model. I like if you talk about business, I feel investing in a certain player or the way that they go about it.
Well, Steinbrenner always said that back in the day. Because he didn't like the whole revenue sharing, but he said, I invest my money back in my product.
That's my point. I can't, like, if you look at it from a business perspective, the Yankees are leaps and bounds ahead of the Mets in my eyes.
Well,
At least that's how I feel.
In prestige, yeah.
I'm talking about from business too. How they handle business. How they go about it. Like you said, Steinbrenner literally said, This is like a common sense thing. Why would I pay you for MVP?
Yeah,
And the Mets are doing this.
because they're desperate.
That's my point. It doesn't. I don't know.
Well, the new guy, the new owner's flashing money, throwing it around, and he.
That's a common sense thing. Like it's a business. That's what I'm talking about. You can even argue. I'm gonna go over to football. Some teams you can just tell the way that they run business
Right.
is better than how this team runs business. I don't know.
But I'm also happy because the Yankees now are investing in other free agents. You got all that money. If you were going to put all that money up, now you got that money to spend. They got was it Max Fried from Atlanta? Really, really good pitcher.
Wow.
They picked up the other kid. Oh God, what's his name?
It's homegrown.
Devin. No.
What you're saying
No.
is they do their farm system though, right?
Oh, they do, yeah. But they haven't done. That was in the '90s. They were very
Yeah.
good at it. They haven't
You're
been
saying
as
that they
good.
fell off of that?
Yeah, well, what they did was they traded for the Brewers for Devin Williams.
Yeah.
And they traded Nestor Cortez, the pitcher, Nasty Nestor,
Nasty Ness.
who was all right, and this kid Durbin, who the Yankees, Cashman, one thing he's very good at is hyping up their prospects.
And then
other people
pulling them
grabbing
off. Yeah.
And then they don't really don't.
That's business.
Right.
That's the whole point I'm trying to make.
But I'm glad 'cause-
Making it look shiny to people.
right, because they're definitely possibly trying to get Christian Walker. For first base, they need a third baseman.
Wow.
They need some more bats, but that's all going to be coming.
Wow.
They wanted to get Kyle Tucker. He went from the Astros. He went to the Cubs. That was one of the guys they were
Cubbies.
trying to grab. So like I said, it's you can for that one Soto, you can make 5 different
Move a
positions.
whole bunch of pieces
better.
around.
You can
Yeah.
get 5 different positions better. Wow. So I'm fine with it. You knew I wasn't all in on it.
I could tell you wasn't happy. You were a happy man.
Not for that length of a deal. Like a 10-year deal, I could have seen, but anything over that, it's nuts.
All right. Well, we're off it until what? When's spring training start?
End of February, beginning of March.
It'll be here before you know
There'll
it.
be catchers and pitchers reporting.
Yeah.
Um,
Go ahead,
that's all I
baby.
got for baseball.
What
You
else
want
you
to talk a
got,
little basketball, little Celtics?
How they looking?
They're looking good. They've been rolling teams the last couple of times.
Okay.
Obviously,
It's to be expected.
Cleveland's still in first. They haven't faded yet.
That's not to be expected, but go ahead.
But no, the Celtics are just going to. I think they're just going to go through the season, kind of like the way I'm not comparing them to the Bulls, but
Yes.
all you had to do is just get to the postseason and then
Turn it up a notch.
turn it up.
I rock with you.
Um,
We are not disagreeing, my friend.
Oklahoma's looking good in the West, Memphis, but it's just we're going to be rolling mostly football, I think, until
Yeah.
football's over and then basketball.
And then we'll fade into basketball
Well-
and then fade to black. What else you wanted to, I know you wanted to touch base on my man.
Thank you, sir.
That's what I'm talking about. Yes. And we got the bottled water, Saratoga.
Natural spring.
Yes, baby. Our spot.
Wait a
Got it,
minute,
bro.
I'm used to Arcadia Stop and Shop water. What's this?
Nah, this is like that gourmet. But you want to talk about the Belichick thing?
Let's talk about Billy B. Doing a Carnegie Mellon and going back to school. Remember Rodney Dangerfield
I
went back
get
to
no
college?
respect. I like the move. I know you like it for a different reason.
'Cause I didn't want him going to the Cowboys.
But here's the thing. Here's the caveat. I like it for that same reason because we see him differently. You see him as what?
I'm fine with him as a coach. I don't want him steering. I don't want him making any personnel decisions. I don't want him steering the franchise to the future. I want him to take the talent you have and get the most out of it.
And this is what I think would have happened. I don't like doing hypotheticals. If he had went to Dallas, they wouldn't have gave him that. He would have just focused on coaching. And I think if he's just focusing on coaching, he's a monster. He's a monster. Excuse me.
Yep.
I think that he is. I'm so glad he didn't go to Dallas because he wouldn't have. They would like Jerry Jones wouldn't let him do that stuff. He wouldn't give him full control. He would never.
No.
He will never give any coach full control.
He doesn't even give his family control.
And I think that and that's part of the other reason, looking at it from a Belichick side, the reason why Belichick won't go there. Because I think he does want that.
Yeah.
But if for strange reason, he wound up in Dallas, he wouldn't have had control. He would have been strictly coaching, and he would have been dangerous. And I'm so glad that he went to North Carolina.
But for him to go to college is
Okay.
very weird.
Very weird?
Very weird.
Why are you saying that?
Well,
Let me hear something.
When did he coach college?
I don't know. I don't know if he has he ever.
I don't remember back in the day, but
I'm saying, okay.
I just can't see him dealing with college with kids.
Are you crazy?
Because that was one of the knocks on him here, is that he couldn't relate to the younger guys.
Well, since you put it that way, but I do.
So how's he going to relate to a 20-year-old kid with NIL money?
I think part of it too is, and here's where it gets tricky, dealing with these guys with money. So you're potentially telling these guys who are probably making more money than you what to do. And
Well, not making more than Bill.
yeah, with the college stuff, besides the NIL stuff, for the most part, these kids are gonna listen to him, to what he says. I think they're gonna be all right. North Carolina, what are they in? Not the SEC. They're in the SEC. They're gonna be all right.
Can he recruit?
I think he's gonna be able to recruit. I
'Cause,
think they're
'cause
gonna be able to beat Clemson. Whoever else is in
How
there.
many years? He's got a 5-year deal. Do you think he's going to put 5 years in?
Here's what I'm gonna say.
He's what? What is he? How old is he? 73?
Okay. I'll say he'll be there for at least 3, right?
Right. And that's part of the thing is getting guys to commit because they know you're going to be there.
Okay, so here's the argument. And I hate doing this. Do you see him doing worse or better than Deion? What Deion did? At Colorado? Because that franchise, not
See,
the
they're
franchise,
told-
that college, they're not, if I'm not mistaken, North Carolina hasn't been
Right.
that relevant unless you're talking basketball. But they haven't been, I don't know, in football.
They're two totally different coaches. I don't feel Dion as much as a coach. I think he has his assistants. I think he's more of a motivator and a.
But, okay. But
And Belichick's going to be more X's and O's.
yes. That's even, you're making my argument. They're going to be legit. Now, are they going to be able to compete with the Bammers and stuff? Maybe, maybe not. But I think they're going to be. I'm telling you. He's a coach. This is why he's back. He probably was doing the best he could. You see how he's moving. He's grabbing young girl. Like, you see how he's moving.
And,
He
and
ain't
that's
right.
the other thing. That's going to be another distraction for him. Is he going to do the Leonardo DiCaprio route and upgrade to a younger model every couple of years? Like, she's got to be careful because he's like, I got 10,000 co-eds here. Going to replace you in a minute.
But this is what I'm saying. I'm looking at it from. That's the reason why he's back. Like,
What, the co-eds?
I think he's gonna go back to school, and these young girls, you might see him with a girl, back with a woman his age, because he's back where he belongs. I don't know if this makes any
No, that
remotely
doesn't make any
sense,
sense.
because I'm giving you the young girl thing. But what's the relatability? I think the reason why he's with this young girl, because he's searching. He's searching for something. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
This is what I believe. I could be way off base. He's out there, and he's like, and he couldn't get a job in the NFL. Let's be clear.
You know how many things just went through my mind when you said he's searching for things, and I just had to keep biting my tongue.
Listen.
Searching for that new tight end. That's what he's searching for.
These guys, they cannot function if you take like their main element away from them. And I'm gonna say this again. He couldn't get a job in the NFL. He could not.
I think if you give him
A
to this
coordinator
offseason-
job. If he wanted to be a coordinator.
I think if you waited till this offseason, I don't know why he took this now.
You
Because
think
I think
somebody-
I think if they waited till this season was over, you're already talking about the Cowboys talking about him. There would have been a team that would have given him a chance. I think it just happened too fast last time.
Yeah, but you're Bill Belichick, potentially the greatest coach. This was already too long. It was already too. Like, he should have had a job right after he left the Patriots. Why didn't these teams pick him up? And now you're gonna pick him up. Like, it's always, you can't wait on things. You have to initiate it. I feel. I don't know.
Yeah,
That's
but
just
when
my
you're Bill
opinion.
Belichick, things should come to you.
Exactly, and this came to him. This is what came to him. The NBA,
Apparently
the
has-
NFL wasn't knocking on his door. They
Apparently,
weren't.
has a slight connection where his dad coached a couple of years for North Carolina back in the day.
I think they're gonna be all right. I think it's gonna be the Dion thing all over again. The first year, you're gonna be like, they're gonna be crucifying this guy. Give him some time.
the first, yeah, and then you're going to be like the first time he gets caught in a kegger doing Jello shots off some co-ed's belly button.
Hey, it worked out for Rodney Dangerfield. Why can't it work out for Billy B? Stop playing with me. Anyway, we're getting carried away.
Yeah.
We're going to take a quick break because
Maybe eat some of this.
I'm going to go in on some of this food. Comeback Kings. 64, we in the paint. And they're blowing up my phone as we talk. I had the chicken parm sandwich. I already had the spin dip. Chicken parm was delicious.
Yo, let me say, all right, we do this hit from here, right?
Yes.
We promote their specials. We haven't come here on a Sunday because working schedules and all that stuff
Yes.
to try the food. It was ridiculously good. I'm going to be honest with you.
I thought you were lying.
No, no, but you
kidding.
see us like I say, oh, the wings and this and that, but it's like, yo, that's chicken
No,
sandwich
but
is one of the best chicken
truly,
sandwiches I had.
did truly try the wings. I did try the pot
Yeah.
stickers.
Well, I have.
Both delicious. This is the first time I tried the spin dip.
They make it in the house. They make
yeah,
their
the
own.
chips
That's
are fresh,
ridiculous.
crisp. I'm not even trying. Like, I wish I could be front. I wish I could just be fronting, but I'm not fronting.
But you love anything that's free.
Exactly. If it's
I'm a
free
little-
99, I love it.
I'm a little more discerning, and like I said, I love spinach dip, creamy. That it was good.
it
Like,
was good. The
I
spin
am
dip
not even
smacked.
lying. Not trying to
Chicken
bump this
parm
place up.
smacked. Come through.
I was surprised.
That's all
how
I
good
have
it
to
was.
say. Our spot, 562 Newport Avenue, Pawtucket. It's around the corner from you. It's that simple.
Yep.
Just show up.
Hell, I came from Johnson. It took me 15, 20 minutes.
Not even. You want to jump into the it's on you. What do you want
The
to do?
NFL,
Yes, I want
the
to.
frozen tundra of Lambeau Field.
Yes.
What do you want to talk about? What parts of the NFL?
Last night's game was garbage. Both of them.
Both
I
of 'em?
felt.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion.
Oh, Atlanta was like trying not to lose
It
that
looked
game.
off. That game looked awful. Minnesota just like Chicago. I can't even put into words
How bad?
how awful they look. Like you get rid of it. Like you want to blame the Eberflus cat. He's not there anymore.
Right.
They look worse. I couldn't think that they could look worse. Caleb Williams looks like he looks like he's lost.
I know.
He looks lost. Like he's not the guy.
Imagine.
He's not the guy.
I'm trying to look up his.
They were showing him on the sideline. His mannerisms, like he's just not. I'm okay with being wrong. Trust me, I've been wrong. I'm always wrong. I'm not wrong. This guy is not the guy. Now, if years go by and something miraculously happens, he's just, I don't know. Like he does have a talent. I'm not disputing that, but he doesn't. I don't know.
Are they going to ruin another young quarterback? Are the Bears going to ruin another young quarterback?
But here's what I'm saying. It's a combination of two things this time with this. I don't think he's the guy. Like I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
I mean,
Go ahead.
all right. Look at the talent they brought in off season. Wouldn't Justin Fields be much better?
That's my argument. You take any any quarterback in the rest of the league and put them into that situation. What are they doing? From the tight end on down, like that, Komet is legit. Allen's legit. Who's the other cats? They're all like,
Legit, yeah.
That receiving core's legit.
What was it, G.J. Moore?
Swift was like they got the running back Swift that they just like they're loaded, and they still can't do nothing.
Now, what would Cooper Rush do with this offense?
Oh my goodness!
You know what I mean? He'd be
Oh
a
my
legitimate
goodness.
starter with this
He
offense.
would start in that. Oh my goodness! So I can't. I don't know. Like I don't want to take the onus off the coaching, but this guy, I don't know.
And let's bring the other element into it. Is a lot of times offenses struggle because defenses put them in bad spots. They have a good defense too.
I don't understand. It's.
You know what I mean? How many times have you seen a team defense puts them in a hole? The Cowboys are like this at the beginning of the season. You're getting down 21 points. Now you're screwed as an offense because you're one-dimensional.
The common denominator is this kid. That's just my opinion. I could be wrong as time goes on. I'm still going to be reserved a little bit, but I've always been on this kid.
His numbers aren't horrible. He's got 3,000 yards, 17 touchdowns, 5 interceptions.
Are you trusting him when push comes to shove?
No, but their offense is absolutely anemic.
I'm not trusting him.
What was the
And
deal?
it starts with, I don't know.
What was that? The week before, they didn't have 100 yards or something like that?
He's not the guy. He doesn't know what he's doing. I don't know if he's reading the playbook. It looks like he's freestyling out there. And you can't do that in the NFL.
Oh, you can do that once you get to a certain level
Yeah,
in
but
the NFL.
you can't as a rookie. Hell no.
No.
You can't do that circus stuff your first year. It's not going to work. You're going to get exposed so fast. These guys are too fast.
Yep.
And the knowledge that it's too much. You can't be freestyling. And it looks like that's what he's doing. I was watching one play. He's like doing loop-the-loops and all kind of stuff. I'm like, yo, get him out of there. Get him a body bag.
Seriously, he should be dropping back 1, 2, 3,
Boom.
get rid of the ball. First
You
read,
have the
first
receiver,
read,
too.
second read.
You're telling me one of those guys is not open?
Right.
Stop it. Stop it. But we're getting carried away on that. That other game, boo-boo. Boo-boo. I thought it was going to end like 9-3 or something, or 9-6 or whatever it was. It's awful. There's such a disparity, I feel, and I hate doing this. The bad teams are bad. I don't know. And the good teams are really good. I don't think there's no middle. Is
Right.
there a middle? Is there a middle? Who would you consider middle? I don't know. Broncos? I don't know.
Broncos are above average.
Ah. But what you got, baby?
I had a little stat here.
Go ahead.
Now, you watched that Buffalo-Detroit game.
Yes. That was a... what was that? It looked like a basketball game. Like a-
Jared Goff became the first quarterback to lose a game with 400-plus yards passing and 5 passing touchdowns and 0 interceptions in NFL history.
Wow. Is Buffalo that good?
We'll see in the power rankings how good they are.
Are they that good? Because that game, to me, and people could say I'm wrong, they were just beating Detroit, and I felt they came out. It was like 14-0 off rip. When I looked up, it was 14-0, and then they just kept scoring. And Detroit started. I want to
Matching
say
them.
Detroit started matching them, but they didn't get their most points until the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
And by then, I don't know. I think it was too late.
Well, the problem for Detroit right now is they've lost so many people on defense. They are decimated on defense. And
You want me to have mercy?
I don't want you to have mercy.
I love
I'm just
it.
explaining
I love it. I want them to be beat up. I love it. I love it. But okay. So here's the question: is it more about Detroit, or was that more about Buffalo?
I think I give Detroit a ton of credit because going down.
They went out swinging.
Yeah, going down every time. Your defense
They're
keeps giving up touchdowns,
I
giving
rock
up
with
touchdowns.
you. They go out like you're looking at that game, still saying they could have won it.
Right. Well, that's a Dan Campbell mindset too.
Even the games that they like, what's the other game that they lost? You're still like they could have won that game. I'll give you that.
And that's that. I said that's that Dan Campbell mindset. They are not going to quit.
Wow.
You better make sure you're stepping on their throat.
Yeah, you gotta put them out. Put them out of their misery.
But that's another problem with Buffalo is their defense too. The last couple of games, they've been giving up
Little
points,
sus. Little sus.
especially when your offense is rolling. But I guess sometimes you can score too fast
Yeah.
and just put your
Exactly.
defense on the
And
field
then
too
you
much.
get lax. Is Josh Allen MVP?
Right now, I think he is.
Is he running away with it?
No, but I think Saquon is
It's
number
right
2.
there on his heels.
But he definitely gets the edge.
So here's the thing. So here's the question. Say, I don't know when they do the MVP, and Buffalo looks like they're going to wrap up that division. Do you bench Josh Allen as he's on his end? Because Philly looks like they're going to have to play out.
Right.
Saquon, because I feel like MVP it's what have you done for me lately? So if that McDermott decides to bench Allen just to keep him fresh,
Right.
is that affecting his MVP slotting? And you know what I'm saying? What
I
I'm
don't
trying
know
to
why.
say?
I don't know why Saquon was in the game at the end.
That's my
for the Eagles.
Like that's my point. When you start getting into benching these guys, if they even care about the MVP, you know what I'm saying? Is it gonna affect? I don't know.
I think both of them would care about the MVP, but I think both of them are more football
They want the
first
chip.
guys. Like I remember there was a clip they showed of Saquon could have got his single
I
highest
did
record.
see that.
And
That was this year, yeah.
Yeah, and Sirianni's like, do you want it? He's like,
And
nah,
he said,
I'm good.
Nah, I'm good. That's what I like to see.
And I think they're both football first kind of guys.
Yeah. Okay, but I'm not arguing it for their sake. We know that about both of these guys. I'm saying from a MVP standpoint. What was to say for a fan standpoint?
Buffalo's chasing that number 1 seed.
Are they still?
Yeah, that one game. What are the record?
Who's near them? Chiefs?
The Chiefs, yeah, they're trying to chase down the Chiefs. Wow. Now, if you could catch them, I'm trying to think how many losses they have. Is it 3?
I saw your boy come up hobbled this week.
Buffalo's got 3 losses. It's going to be hard.
So you're saying that they're playing out?
But seriously, well,
They're gonna play out.
if they feel they have a chance to get that number 1 seed, because do you want everything going through Buffalo?
Of course.
Exactly.
Of
You want them
course.
coming into your house.
I rock with you on that.
Especially in this time of year.
It just was a hypothetical for MVP. You want to jump on the your specialty?
I wanted one thing before that.
Go ahead.
I saw a stat about teams
Yes.
in one possession games, and if you flipped the script on the last possession
Yeah.
and gave it to the other team,
Yeah.
the Kansas City Chiefs would be 2-11.
Oh, here we go. Stop doing that?
I'm just
man.
saying.
Stop doing that.
They'd be 2-11.
Yo.
That's how
Stop.
that's all their games. 'Cause
Stop.
They haven't blown anybody out this year.
Stop it. Here we go.
All right, we
No
want to do.
matter what, this guy's gonna keep doing this with the Chiefs.
We're gonna do P's power ranking.
Peace, power rankings.
I want to give honorable mentions to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who are looking better now that they got all their pieces back.
They jammed me up too because they put that work in on Herbert, and I wanted Herbert to go off.
Yeah, and
They look scary. They look sneaky.
they were really good until they lost Godwin and Evans for a few weeks, and then they started getting shaky.
But now Evans is back, right?
Yeah, Evans is back, and he had a couple of touchdowns, I think.
How we doing, guys?
So we definitely hit them and the Rams.
Rams
eight
are
and
honorable
6
mention?
Rams. I think
Wow.
they're honorable mention.
Why?
The numbers they put up.
Who is in that division that's ahead of them? There's nobody like Seattle isn't ahead of them, right? If I'm not mistaken.
No. They're
I think the Rams are leading that division, but I could be wrong. Honorable mention. I feel like those two
Ram-
teams could very. I gotta
the
see
Rams
where.
and Seahawks are both 8 and 6.
I gotta see where you're going with this power rankings now. You're saying there's 10 teams better than these two teams that you just mentioned.
Yeah.
I'm already getting fired up. Go ahead. Do your dance.
Well, I'm doing the Rams because they put up some points.
Do your dance.
All right.
Number 10.
The Houston Texans, 9 and 5. They don't look great, but they're winning the division and they still win games.
You couldn't put Tampa at 10?
Not yet. Now you give Tampa another week or two.
Texans they're fading.
No, they're actually playing a little bit better now. They were without Nico Collins too for a while.
And Nico looked like he was jamming me up. He finally got a couple touches at the end.
Is this
bro.
all about your fantasy?
It is. I'm still hurt. All
You
right,
still
I'll
got
give
third
you.
place to play for, you know.
All right, go ahead. 10 Texans.
Yes, number 9, the Denver Broncos. They are a problem. Bo Nix throwing interceptions, and they still are giving you problems.
They're giving teams that
They're
work.
9-5.
Okay. Sneaky. I like that. I told people, out of all the quarterbacks, I liked the Knicks cat. Out of all of these cats,
Well, he's got the most game time,
I
games played.
liked it. Bo Nix. I liked him because he was seasoned. That's how I felt. But go ahead.
I mean, they're right. They're 9-5. They're in second place in their division.
I liked him. I'll give you the Jaden Daniels cat, and that's still looking a little like right now with him. But I liked it, Bo Nix. But go ahead.
All right, number 8, Green Bay Packers at 10-4.
Oh my goodness, get them out of there! Are you
Why?
serious?
They're 10-4.
I don't like that 10-4 with them. I don't like them.
Why?
I don't like-
They're not putting the work in. They're not beating teams.
I don't like Green Bay more than I like Tampa. I don't like Green Bay more than I like. What was the other team you said?
The Broncos,
The
the Texans.
No, it was another honorable mention
Oh,
team.
the Rams.
I don't.
The Rams are up and down though. The
And
Packers have been pretty steady all year.
I think Tampa. I'm not even gonna say think. Tampa would beat Green Bay. The Rams would beat Green Bay. That's just my opinion. But go ahead.
You think so?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
All right.
Baker Mayfield would beat. Okay.
Jordan, did you
Jordan
really?
Love is not the guy. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
I think you're being a little biased.
You're still scarred from last year.
Now you're gonna no.
Go ahead.
They're 10-4. They're playing good football all around. I don't see what the problem is.
Good.
Now number 7, you're gonna hate me, but I'm Baltimore Ravens.
I'm not
9-5. No,
You're wrong. You're wrong about that. No, I'm not saying you're wrong about me hating you putting them there. I think that's perfect. That's the one thing I agree with you for at first. That's because they're not.
because I thought after this big touchdown game by Lamar, you would have been like, it should be higher.
They're not. And I hate going back to fantasy. Derrick Henry jammed me up.
This is all about him.
Yes, they're not. Even though Lamar went off this week, like Derrick Henry was a no-show. Where was he? Where is he?
I
I don't know. I feel like they're not balancing it out how they should be.
Like I said, we said this before. They are a hit and miss team. When they're on, they're on. They
And I
beat
think
people
when
up.
they're on is when they have a balanced offensive attack. That's just my opinion. But go ahead.
But this week they didn't have that, and they went off.
Yeah, because Lamar was going off.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
Let's see. Number 6, the Pittsburgh Steelers, 10-4. They did not roll over for your team. If there's that turnover, if they didn't fumble the ball,
You know why I'm
on their
smiling?
own.
I'm smiling. Where's Austin at? Shout out to my man Austin Vasconcelos. And I want to thank his lovely wife for my Christmas card. But the Steel Boys got dealt with. Yeah!
I don't know if I say dealt with.
They got dealt with. Stop playing with me, boy. Crazy. Yo, I was so scared. And I'm like, after it's over and done with. You ever have that happen to you? It's like when,
I was worried about this.
it was, how can I equate it? I'm going to go right off to the left real quick. My daughter, a couple months back, she had to get like a shot, like the needles. She's still at that age where she's like,
Yeah.
yo, I'm telling you, the whole way up, she's like crying. Ah, ah. It was a whole fiasco.
Yep.
It literally took us like 45 minutes to an hour. Boop, real quick. Afterwards, she's like, that's it? I go, yes, that's it.
When I go in these labs to go pick up stuff, I see these kids flipping
Yo,
out.
that was me. I was her going into Pittsburgh. I was like, ah! And then we did like this. Boop.
You're minimizing it. Come on. It was not that easy.
Yes, it was. Awesome. Where you at, baby? And your pops. I know he's a
And you know,
Steelers guy,
how
too.
do you-
and your uncle.
How do you
You're
have a
all
scrum?
Steelers.
How do you have a scrum down in the end zone, and you don't get any penalties
Yo,
called on you, and they
now,
get two?
now she's not the guy.
I'm trying to defend him a little
But go
bit here.
ahead, go ahead.
No,
go ahead.
how did that happen? That home cooking, when you have a big
Nah,
fight,
don't do
and
that.
there should be offsetting penalties. It
Yo,
was
your
all-
boy, know what that was about?
What?
Whoever the big number 80 or whatever his number was, he outweighed and out the guy who he was picking on. He was like twice the size as the corner. I don't know who it was. I think it was Slay.
Mm-hmm.
He went after him. The rest was like, this isn't a fair fight.
Oh, and I gotta ask you, this weekend, you're playing this weekend. Are
Yes.
you in Philly?
I think the rest of our games are all in Philly.
Philly. All right. So
Yeah.
are you gonna throw batteries at Santa this weekend?
Let's go, baby.
'Cause that's what you
Let's
guys
go,
do.
Baby.
That's
Let's
what
go,
you
baby.
do.
Jaden Daniels better look out. He might catch to the dome piece.
I don't know if I've ever said the story online on the pod, but when Michael Irvin got hurt in Veterans Stadium, he was lying on the field, couldn't move, and everybody was cheering. The guy, his neck had neck thing. He couldn't move. He was paralyzed. And what did Michael say after? He said, I can't blame him because I was killing him for years.
Yo, they were doing like a poll from all the teams in the NFC East, right? And they were saying, like you do your own team too, and they were saying which team has the worst fan base. The numbers were like 20-1. Everybody hated the Philly fan base.
Yeah. There's a reason for that.
I love it. But anyway, we're getting carried away.
No, that's all right.
Number 5, number 4. Where we at?
Number 5.
Number 5.
You're
Who's
not
number
going to
5?
like this, but they're 12-2, the Minnesota Vikings.
If I didn't watch them just last night, because the way, but I can't measure them against Chicago for some reason. But they were just, Sam Darnold, he was just marching up and down the field.
Yeah,
Did you see that?
Yeah, he wasn't. The week before, what did he have? 4 touchdowns, something like that? He was ridiculous the week before.
What did he do? Did he make a deal with the devil? I don't know what's going on with this kid.
It's called Justin Jefferson and Addison.
Yo, but he just looks different too, though. I'm giving you the receivers.
So I'm starting to wonder.
He
if,
looks different.
I'm starting to wonder if it was the team because Cousins don't look like the guy he was last year.
It might be. Now, this is the one time where I'm
setup
going
they
to
have
concede
there.
to it might be the coaching. That coach, too. He looks like he knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm rocking with you. I'm not disagreeing
I
with
mean,
you.
they don't look great in all the games, but they're getting the job done.
Yes. And people are not saying this. That division is still, like, people keep talking about Detroit. Like, Minnesota could win that division.
Yeah, they're one game behind them.
Yes. I know. They have the same record.
I thought. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. My bad.
They have the
Yep.
same
With the-
exact record.
with
The
the win last
tiebreaker.
night, yeah,
I
yeah.
think the tiebreaker is the last game.
When I made my power rankings,
Yeah,
it was
that.
Sunday night before
Yeah.
they had the win. So yeah,
The
same record.
tiebreaker, it might. I could be. Don't quote me. The tiebreaker might be the last game between them. So if they both handle business up until the last week, yo, I'm not disagreeing with you with the last 3 rankings.
Wow.
4, 5, and 6, or 5, 6, and 7. Yeah, I'm not
5, 6,
disagreeing
and
with
7.
you. Go ahead, Daddy.
Let's see. Now another team that is winning, but it just doesn't look good. Kansas City Chiefs. I have them at number 4, 13-1. They got a big scare the other night when Mahomes got folded like a chair.
I saw that. I thought he was done.
He's what, game to game, day to day right now.
I thought he was done when they showed slow-mo makes stuff look crazy too. When you start doing the slow motion and you see them going down and their faces in agony, I'm like, yo, he's done for the season. Because you see his facial expression and then you see him getting buckled. And the dude that rolled him, he had to be 350 minimum.
Yeah.
And this guy's rolling on your leg. It was crazy, just leaning on you. It was crazy. And he was just like up underneath. It looked crazy.
You've never seen a Muppet get folded like that
That's
before.
what I'm saying. Kermit the Frog got rolled.
And I looked it up while you were talking. The Lions would beat the Vikings earlier in the season, 31-29.
Ooh.
So
And it was a good game.
The Vikings have to have this game
Wow.
to then go to other tiebreakers.
Wow. Wow.
But the Chiefs are 13-1. They squeaking by. Like I said, if you reverse these one possession games,
Here we go.
I'm just saying I want you to understand
Here we go.
how close all their games have been.
They still winning. A dub's a dub.
All right.
Who's number 3?
Now
This is getting interesting now.
this really was a tough one. This list was especially the top
Go ahead.
3.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Who's number 3?
Number 3, the Detroit Lions.
Oh! I like where you're going a little bit, baby.
12-2 Detroit Lions.
Why, my friend? Why?
The only reason why I still wouldn't have them up in number 2 is because of their injuries.
Okay.
And they lost Montgomery now.
Ooh.
He went out with an ACL the other night.
So he's done?
I think he's done. He was getting a second opinion last time I saw it.
No, he's done. You said ACL?
Yeah.
No, he's done. I love it. I don't want nobody to get hurt, but I love it.
Yeah, because you need the easiest path to try to get to the Super Bowl.
Don't do that. Don't
You need
do
all the help you
that.
can get.
Don't do that. Wow.
See, that's going to come back to haunt you. Now, what's your take on what?
I know. He's overdue, too. Him and Hurts are both supremely overdue. I just hope this hold tight. Come on, baby. Don't get hurt, baby.
So, yeah, I think Detroit's still a good team. They got a great offense, but that defense is going to start to wear down.
What do you think about this guy? His gambling.
Campbell?
What do you think about that?
It's
been the topic all over the place.
It'll bite him in the ass at a point.
But this is the way that it's going. It hasn't yet.
No, because it did. Because he did it the other game. He did it earlier in the game. He went up for a 4th and down thing, and he didn't get it. He got lucky at the end, and he went for it again, and he got it.
But my argument is the relevancy of the game. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I hope.
But
I don't look.
the problem is by making the move earlier and not getting it, put him in this team in the situation later where they had to go for it.
That's right. Exactly. Why is he like
That's
this?
his personality.
Really?
Look at him. He's aggressive personality. That's the way he does it.
Why? You can't stand back and be like, I shouldn't do this right here. I don't understand that. I'm giving you personality, but personality from a personal standpoint, it might work for you.
Right.
But my personality is put in check when I'm dealing with other people.
Right.
And circumstances.
I can't even say it's that personality either, because McCarthy takes tons of chances and he's kind of like a laid back.
Not like this guy though.
Yeah. Well, no.
Not like this guy. I hate it, but I love it at the same time, because I love it if they run into Philly and he tries to do this stuff. I want him to do it. I want him to do it, especially against our defense.
Yep.
I want him to try this stuff. But what? Go ahead, do your dance. I'm getting carried away.
No.
I'm getting carried away. I'm getting emotional, baby.
All right, number 2. The Dallas Cowboys. Winners of 3 or 4. No. Philadelphia Eagles, number 2, 12-2.
I'm rocking with you on this one. I know you wanted some pushback on this one. I'm rocking with you only because of what I seen Buffalo do to Detroit. If Buffalo didn't play Detroit this weekend and they didn't do what they did to them, we would be arguing right now. But Buffalo looks crazy. And I don't mean to jump the gun on
that is our new number 1.
Number 1.
That is our new number 1.
Philly, the other thing with Philly, and I hate doing this because it's not game related, it's soap opera related. I don't like the AJ stuff, the Sirianni stuff, the Hurts stuff. I don't like it. I especially don't like it going into the stretch. I feel like it's another one of it's the way I feel about the Campbell gambling.
Yeah.
Eventually, they're gonna come home to roost.
Well, all right, it's funny. That made me think about something. If you look at the top three teams, I don't like McDermott at Buffalo. I don't like him as a head coach. I don't think he's going to make a decision. Philly, Sirianni's another one that's suspect.
all three of
then
these
you
guys.
Then you got Campbell.
All three of these guys.
Until you get to the Chiefs,
Andy Reid.
and with Andy Reid, that's a coach I trust.
That's crazy. All of these dudes are whack jobs. Well, if I had to choose out of the three, not excluding Andy Reid, that's four, I would take the McDermott cap. He seems the more level-headed out of the three.
He makes some weird decisions too.
But-
I think Josh Allen bails him out of things he does.
Yeah, I'll give you that. But I would take him out of the three. Between Campbell and Sirianni, I'm taking McDermott.
Because when it comes down to it, coaching is going to make a difference once you get into the playoffs.
Yes,
and
I
you
agree.
start going down the list, and the Vikings, not experienced. Steelers, Tomlin, I'll take him.
Yeah.
Ravens, Harbaugh, another one I'll take.
That's the scary thing. The Reeds, the Harbaughs, the Tomlins, you know when the playoffs come, they're like these other guys. I don't know. But that's dope, man.
So, yep, number
That's
one.
the first
Buffalo
time.
Bills.
Maybe the beginning it was a little shaky, and I don't have like no true disagreements with you on the list this week. I'm mocking with you.
Wow. This is a Christmas
I'm
miracle.
rocking with
It's a Christmas miracle, baby.
This is a gift from you to me, back to you.
I
like
think
it.
actually it's a gift to everybody watching.
Yes. I want to say Merry Christmas.
Yeah, because we probably won't be doing another one until after New Year.
Probably not
The
till
way
after.
the schedule works out.
Merry Christmas. If you're watching, thanks for tuning in. Episode 64.
Thank
Pete,
you
what
for
got?
always tuning in. Thanks for everybody that watches
Thank you, our spot, for letting us do our thing down here.
and
This
giving
is
us
headquarters.
delicious food.
And the food was crazy. If you're watching this, come through our spot. Show them some love so they can show you some love. I'm getting emotional. Pete, go ahead. Take us out, baby.
Yo, like, share, subscribe, comment.
You know what he said.
Merry
Peace.
Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Peace.
Happy New Year.
Happy New